Hey, Jordan from FedAF. Quick video on nutrition strategies and how I kind of categorize them into two very broad categories. And one is black and white diets, and the other is just tracking. So black and white diets, what does that mean? Take intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting, say you're doing a 16-8 protocol, basically says that for 8 hours a day, generally between 12 p.m. and 8 p.m., depending on how you do it, you are able to eat. If it's not between 12 p.m. and 8 p.m., you better not fucking eat. And that's a black and white rule. And the way this works and why people are successful with intermittent fasting is that black and white rule allows them to enter a calorie deficit. So it's not a guarantee. You can eat your face off between 12 and 8, and if you're above your calorie maintenance level, if you're in a positive energy balance, you're going to gain weight. And I think a lot of these black and white diets are sold as magic, and you see a lot of your insulin levels drop, and if you're following a ketogenic diet, you're avoiding carbs, so insulin stays low, and that's where the fat loss comes from. But that's not how it works. This has been shown over and over again, and I won't go down that rabbit hole in this video. And there's nothing wrong with these diets. I've frequently will cycle through diets just based on my own preferences and what I'm doing. The ketogenic diet is another example of a black and white diet. Don't eat carbs. Simple enough. So by not eating carbs, a lot of people are able to consume less calories and be in a calorie deficit so that they lose weight. Again, not a guarantee. I see a lot of motherfuckers have way too many tablespoons full of peanut butter and can easily go over their energy requirements by consuming too much fat, because fat's very calorically dense. So black and white strategies are good, but alone they have their faults. So I'm a pretty big proponent of tracking. So even if I'm following a ketogenic diet or intermittent fasting, I'm still tracking what I'm eating. I know how many grams of carbs, proteins, fats I'm going to eat. And I think the thought behind this for a lot of the public is calorie counting, and that's a pain in the ass, and that's bad. I get it, but the tools we have nowadays make it so freaking easy to track what we consume. And the benefits that come from it are just limitless. And I will start with this. So what tracking allows you to do is it allows you to look at what you're eating and the result you're getting. So if I'm eating 2,000 calories a day and I'm losing a pound a week, I know that pound a week is because I'm eating 2,000 calories. So 2,000 calories is putting me in a calorie deficit that gets me that result. Now I could turn the volume up or down on that. If I want to lose more than a pound a week, then maybe I'll consume 1,600 calories, and I'll then get the end result by monitoring my progress along the way. You can't really do that with black and white diets. If you're following an intermittent fasting diet and you're not tracking your intake, and you're not losing weight, then how do you get yourself to start losing weight? Do you fast longer? Do you make that feeding window shorter? There's no metrics that the individual is paying attention to that allows them to adjust that. Same with the ketogenic diet. If you're following a ketogenic diet and if you're not aware of your calorie intake, then it's very hard to say, okay, the results I'm getting, I'm not a fan of. I'm only losing a quarter of a pound a week. How do I turn the volume up on that? Do I eat less carbs? No, it doesn't, unfortunately, work like that. So that really is why the main reason I like to track. And that's why I think a lot of, you'll see PhDs in sports, physiology and nutrition. I mean, they track. Because it's the most objective way to do it, and you could also kind of set it and forget it. So if you know your carbs, proteins, and fats for the day, you know kind of which meals you're going to eat, I mean, you just eat them, and then you know you're good. And that confidence, I think, is one of the best things that comes out of tracking. There's no second guessing yourself that you did something wrong, or you consume something that you shouldn't. And that's the benefit of tracking. while I always advocate eating high quality food, certainly you can, if you want to eat a slice of pizza, you can eat a slice of pizza, fit it into your macros, still lose weight. Instead of being on a ketogenic diet, you eat a slice of pizza, you think that it's all downhill from there because you ate carbs, then you feel guilty and you end up eating the whole fucking pizza. So that's kind of the picture I wanted to paint for you, I guess, just to really explain why I am a big advocate of tracking and why I think more people would benefit from it. Again, no issues with ketogenic diets, fasting, stuff like that. It's all great. I do some fasting. Sometimes I go on a ketogenic diet if I need my brain to work a little better. I find it gives me some more focus and cognitive power. But if I do it, I'm still tracking because I want to know, I want to be able to control the outcome. I want to be able to control how I look, how I feel, and the only way to really do that is have a good awareness of what's going on. So that's it. Hope it was helpful. Thank you guys. Bye.